The biologically resonant Harmonizer, a sound frequency healing device by Second Earth.
Hi everybody, this is Dennis, and Dennis was here for a treatment 4 days ago. Dennis, in the testimonial video, described some really incredible healing, but he shared with me that this healing has continued over the past 4 days and he's been getting better and better and better. So Dennis, could you please share with me and the people watching that are interested what's happened with you since you've taken the treatment? Well, just real briefly, very briefly describe what your physicality was like, how much pain you were in, your limitations of your physicality, and then after the treatment and what you noticed happening over the past 4 days. And like I said to you, and if you could see him, everybody, he looks completely different than the person who described before his session and after his session what was going on with him. To me, he looks about 15 years younger at least. He looks refreshed, and I am completely amazed. I am loving what this sound healing device is doing for people. Dennis, take it away.
Yeah, just to mention a few things. So my pain level has stayed at a minimum, and I have a good mobility.
How much pain were you in before the session?
I was in extreme pain from many different areas of my body, and that pain has diminished.
And our friend Tyler told me that he had to help you with everything.
He did. That's correct.
Everything?
Yes.
How much of everything have you been able to assume doing on your own?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah. For the past 4 days, I've been... My frame of mind is completely different. I feel a lot better, and that's probably why my frame of mind is there. I just my mindset is positive, and I feel better, and I don't have the pain that I had.
How long have you been totally dysfunctional for prior to the session?
On and off years.
How many years?
Oh God. Probably 20.
And you're telling me right now, from just laying on my sound device, the biologically resonant harmonizer, for 1 hour, that 20 years of pain has been basically wiped out?
I can't wait to get back on there again. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's definitely, you know, miraculous.
All right. Is there anything more that you could share descriptive-wise of your immobility before and your mobility now, or did you basically say it all?
Well, I pretty much said it all. I have good mobility. I have hardly any pain, and my attitude has not changed since I got off the bed.
It uplifted you.
It uplifted me, and I remained uplifted. Like the pain can cause depression, you know, and I would have bouts of depression because of it. But I felt positive. The past 4 days, that has not changed, not one bit. If anything, it's improved daily.
So you're saying that your energy levels, your pain levels, your mobility, and your outlook on all of life is 180 degrees from where it's been for 20 years.
Yeah, yes.
I'm going to tell you, what a miracle that we have something like this now, where we don't have to go through all of the stuff that we used to do to try to resolve our issues. It seems like the sound, its resonance, and its ability to cleanse the body and bring us to the other side and have more deep cleansing of our physical, emotional, and spiritual, like we're being renewed. It's like literally being renewed.
Absolutely.
And this is the stuff you heard about in the Bible.
Yeah.
Dennis, thank you so much. I can't be any more thrilled out of my gourd at what's happened for you. And I see this happening for person after person after person. What a wonderful technology to have for our modern times. Thank you.
Thank you.
Access granted.
Hey, Dennis. You take your time. Just lay there for a minute. Just take your time getting back up. Wow.
Yeah, it's powerful.
I guess we'll find out in a few minutes what happened. Just take your time coming back. Did you go in deep?
Yeah, it was deep. It was different than last time, but the same in some way. I felt like I was on a journey.
Hold on.
I felt
Point,
like
point your face this way.
felt like I was on a journey, and it started going through like I was going, like I was in a like I was a train going through a tunnel, and I was just going somewhere, and
Now, what do you mean by a train? It felt like
there was a black hole, and I was speeding through it, like the speed of light, just like a speeding train.
so you were zipping along through this wormhole.
Yeah, it was. Yep, you could call it that.
Then what happened?
Then I came into this place where faces kept appearing, and my past. I was connected with my past, and from a baby, from an infant, I just saw faces and
This lifetime?
expressions.
This lifetime?
Yeah, like the past of this lifetime. Yeah, like.
And these people.
I was taken back to the beginning and taken through my life, and I feel like
Taken through your life?
yeah, like
Did you have a life review?
yes, I did.
You had the same thing that people who die who have NDEs. You had a life review.
Yeah, I had a life review. Exactly.
How much of it was reviewed, or just certain points?
A lot of it, like the my whole life, from the beginning to now.
You had a full-blown life review. You don't understand. People have to die to have life reviews. They die.
Well, that's exactly.
And then
what I
they're
had.
sent back. And you had it from the Harmonizer.
That's exactly what I had. That's exactly what I had.
Okay.
Yep.
So now what? So now you're life.
And then.
Anything about the life review you want to talk about, or not really?
Well, I can explain where I ended up and what my final thoughts were.
Okay.
And that is that I just feel like I was being told that everything is connected, and acute awareness and the power of the the Holy Ghost, Spirit, God, repenting, it all means something. And
Now, when you say repenting, that's that word's used in religious circles, and that's understood, and that's a good word to use. Can you use another word to describe that meaning?
Accepting when you make mistakes, just like every time you think of something that you did wrong, owning up to it.
Yes.
Admitting it to yourself.
Yes. So it's simply an owning up to past mistakes, forgiving yourself for those mistakes, and learning from them, not repeating them, and moving on with a more positive expression of life.
Right.
Would that be a description?
Exactly. And I feel like also included with that, there's a purpose. There's a purpose, and I always thought that I had a purpose. That everybody has a purpose. But speaking for myself, I'm trying to think of how to explain this, and it's taking me places. But that there is a purpose. There is a purpose, and the things that I want to be relieved of my pain, and I will be relieved of my pain. This is what I got from this.
They told
I don't
you
have
that?
any pain right now. I mean, I didn't get up yet, but I have.
They told you that, or
Yeah.
that was in knowing this, that it was definitely not coming back?
They told me this. All the faces that were coming back at me, and were all telling me something, and I believe it. I mean, I have zero pain right now. Zero. I didn't get up off the bed yet, but I have zero pain right now, and I am very.
You mean you're still sitting on the...
Well, I mean, it wouldn't matter because
You're not feeling any pain sitting in that position.
I don't have to move to feel pain, but I don't feel any pain right now. So it was that's enlightening.
Wow.
I expect that there's going to be more revelations in my life in the next couple of days. I just feel like I'm on the right path.
Wow.
I don't know how else to explain.
That is, wow. People, I'm telling you now, people do not have this happen unless they have a full-blown NDE. They die, they float out of their body. They see their body, they see all the people around them, they move on. They're greeted by relatives, they're greeted by their guides, they're given a life review. I mean, all this stuff that happens in these NDE stories, you have just described to a T, like not like you had a little journey on the other side. You had a full-blown NDE type experience.
All the faces that were coming at me are the angels that are I don't know how else to describe it, but they've been there all along, and they've been there with me.
Throughout your whole lifetime.
Yeah.
Without you being aware of it.
Right. Well, there are times when I often wonder, but it was reassured.
But now you know.
I saw it. I saw them, yeah.
That you are never alone.
Right.
None of us are ever alone.
No, that's right.
But we don't necessarily perceive that unless somebody's living in a very high vibratory rate and is attuned to, being more in touch with other aspects of self and the greater universe. Most of us here are very limited in our consciousness in what we perceive.
Yeah, not to confuse anybody, but there were some other visions that I had of explosions, like things like maybe an explosion from a room, and the blast was. I'm just describing it like this. I'm not quite sure what the explosions were of, but the power, there was something powerful there, and it was blowing something, just getting like exploding something.
Did these explosions have
Like
to do?
I saw it was like almost like a nuclear mushroom, and then exploding rooms, windows blowing out. But I don't know that they were. I just saw.
Is this possibly our present timeline of what's happening over in Israel with?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I just know that was. I was seeing. I was seeing Christ or God or the Almighty, and in the vision with Him turned into that something I don't.
You're not sure what.
No, I don't
So
know.
you just saw buildings.
Well,
blowing
I just
up.
feel like.
Wait, is this correct? You saw windows blowing up. I mean, buildings blowing up, windows blasting out.
I didn't see like it wasn't like it wasn't like I saw a window and it blew out, but the blast, I saw the blast and the color of the blast and the way the air was moving through. It was a powerful force that was just blasting through. I don't know what.
Was it blasting through your thickness to break it up?
I don't know what it was.
Okay.
I don't know.
No problem.
Yeah.
So listen, you either remote viewed stuff that's going to be going on in the world with war, or Christ, because you said He was there, that initiated the blast, sent a blast of light through all of the bricks and rocks through your system to blast it out of you, so that you're basically reborn again.
I guess you could take it that way.
If you want to use that word, and I'm using the word and just reborn, brand new person.
Well, that's a good definition, because I feel like I was given that opportunity during this time. That as I wish, so it is, or something like that was coming to my mind.
As you wish, so it is.
Yeah.
So I have often said to people who are saying negative things and other things like that, as you wish.
Right.
They're telling you that you are the creator of your life, as you wish. And wishes are sent out to us through our feelings, our emotions, our perceptions, and our attitudes. They all create what you would call a wish. If you're creating every little tiny aspect of your life, what do you choose to think about? What do you choose to ponder? Do you want to ponder all the shit of life? Or do you want to put your attention and focus on something greater than the shit?
And
because we are creating the shit to begin with.
And while you're saying that, I'm thinking of something else on those lines, that because I felt like if this is true, what can I do? Or I don't know what the words were, because it wasn't words, it was
Knowingness.
some kind of knowingness, yes. And just I don't know, but it was like just to give glory to give glory, or give just to I don't know.
Say it. You're doing fine. Expand on it. Give glory to what?
To the Almighty.
To life.
To life, yeah.
Celebrate life. Celebrate God with every breath that we take, everything that we do. Stay in touch with God and be grateful, meaning commune with. Being grateful means to commune with God. You're connecting with.
Yeah, the face.
It's called appreciation.
The faces when they were coming at me would only go like their forehead would come up and then the eyes, and that was about as much of the face. You know, like I didn't get much else.
Right.
I knew.
Just who the person was.
Yeah.
Just enough to see who the person
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty powerful. I don't feel like I passed out that time, but I just feel like
Your mind didn't click off.
no, it didn't, not at all.
You stayed. Your consciousness stayed alert.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I was definitely somewhere else.
Is there anything else you remember that you might want to add? You probably think of stuff later, but just
No, it's not all of it makes. I haven't been able to put it all together this fast, but
all right. You've done a great job in describing your experience. I know it takes some time to process what happened.
yeah,
So maybe after you have some time to process what happened, you could possibly come back with me and you'll be able to describe it even more clear with more definition and more understanding of everything, although I think you already got it.
there was some things that were pinpointed out to me about past things that happened in things that I witnessed or thought I heard in the past, or like I've given a word or something, and it was all brought up. Like all those things mean something, you know.
You mean something you said? I don't understand.
I can give you an example. This is going to sound crazy, but I was in the dentist office one time getting like 4 root canals done at the same time. And the doctor had me on nitrous oxide, and I actually feel like my body was vibrating so bad. It was a weird feeling. He had me on the edge of it, you know what I mean? And I feel like I was above my body, and I felt like this word came to me: acute awareness. I mean, it's this generic word, acute awareness, but it absolutely has some powerful meaning in my life, because that word was brought back to me today. You know, and I actually got to witness what the meaning of it was intended for. It's kind of like what I just explained.
Do you want to describe to people what does acute awareness mean?
A pinpoint focus. I would say that just acute awareness is. I may not be able to explain it, but it's definitely just
acute awareness of what?
Yeah.
What are you being acutely aware of?
All the things that I think are possible, and all the things that and that they really are possible. But you just have to be aware of it and constantly. Yeah.
So I think
like,
that they don't want a mind to wander. They don't want us going off in wonderland scenarios in our head and all the things that we as humans do. They want you to be acutely aware now. 1, of the power of your own consciousness.
Yes.
2, of
word.
your connection to the divine, that you are a part and one with it.
Perfect.
If you are acutely aware that you are immersed in a sea of love and light at all times, and that you were made in the image of God, out of your own mouth, out of your own emotions, out of your own thoughts, out of your own wishes, out of your own beliefs, we each create our lives brick by brick by brick as you're building a house. And we don't even realize that every moment and every breath, every movement that we make is building those bricks to the house that we are going to live in. It's not punishment. It is your creative power to express yourself and to create a lifetime as a painting, because we know the lifetime doesn't last. But you have been given, we all have been given a gift to come here and to use our creative life force and our creative powers of our emotions and our mind and our thought and our actions to build the type of life that we wish to create here. And I will tell you that the force of life that created everything is not judging any human who has come here and forgot what he's a part of as to what he creates. It's our human aspect that is learning from our own creations over time to refine our ability to know that we're divine, to act in divine ways while we're here, and to use our powers, the kind of powers the psychiatrists say that you're sick for.
Yeah.
To use our creative life force powers in many different ways, learn how to use them, and be acutely aware of everything that you're doing and that you're always connected to God.
Yeah, you just summed it up, and I will add one more thing to it: acute awareness. And then I also saw that not to let my feelings get in the way of something like this. You know what I mean? Like what I think I feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine, but not to let that get in the way of.
You mean what you're reacting to and the emotions that come with it?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure, but it's just coming back to me. As you were speaking, you brought up like 3 or 4 things I didn't even mention. I can't even remember what they are anymore because it was a lot.
So can I ask you to
So there was a lot going on.
Can I ask you to do this? So as the next day, hours, and days pass by, would you start journaling your new thoughts of what we haven't discussed here, or an expansion on anything you said, or use your recording?
I'm gonna record what I feel like I experienced from start to finish.
Because I would love.
And maybe I'll be able to come up with.
You did pretty good, by the way.
A way to.
For the fact that you're not here, you're in multi-dimensional, non-linear time. There is no time.
Yeah.
Okay, everything is different. You perceive everything totally differently over there than here, and then have to be able to come back here and try to describe what just happened is not easy for people.
Right.
The NDEers. You had a full-blown NDE.
Towards the end.
Listen, you had a full-blown NDE without you seeing yourself rise out of your body or without your heart stopping.
And I even saw the super bright white light at like a ball. It took a shape and then kind of disappeared. It took a shape. It was weird.
What was the feeling of that light?
I wanted to go there. It just drew me. My eyes were like just immediately focused on it, and I wanted to go that way.
Mm-hmm.
But as I started going to it, it started to change shape and kind of just didn't. I couldn't go there.
Gotcha.
I don't know how to explain that.
That's okay.
But it was as bright as that light right there. That's how bright it was.
Okay. Anything else before we say goodbye?
No, I'm gonna take this all in and we can recap on it in a couple days.
Okay. Thank you so much. The fact that you had this happen for you, you must have a really good soul that simply got a little messed up in this lifetime. You've been given a complete forgiveness from inside you of everything that has ever happened in this lifetime. Any mistakes that you made, you've been 1000% not only forgiven, but and that means you have forgiven yourself, but given this opportunity to know the creative power that you have, what's behind your creative power, and now God says to you, now go create again. What will you do with your life this time? Because right now, your life is completely brand new. 20 years of this stuff going on, and it's gone with maybe a little bit of residuals in the body that you can cleanse further, okay, to get it tuned up to even better than now. You have been given a great gift. And I hope you use it all very wisely and really contemplate everything that you've learned from these experiences. Because one thing, every human being on this planet is more loved than anything that we can imagine.
Yeah, there's things were brought out. I'll have to recap on this later.
Okay.
I do feel very comfortable. I have zero pain right now. None.
100%, none.
100% zero pain.
Okay.
In any part of my body.
All right. Thank you so much. All I can say is God bless you.
Thank you.
SecondEarth.org